Good morning, guys. It is now 8:37 a.m. on Wednesday, the 28th day I'm doing this. And I thought I had my massage therapy today, and I'm proud of myself that I kind of triple checked because it's tomorrow. So I find like I'm this like racehorse that's like, okay, let's go. Oh, we're not going. Okay, now what? But yeah, so last night I did not take a bath, like I said, and I processed basically. And I think at 11, I turned on, a meditation and woke up around, I think right before 7, maybe. And I just was laying there. And yeah, I just had that thought, that blessing that was like, oh no, sorry, I was about to turn on the meditation at 10, and then I saw that there was this live thing going on. I kind of stumbled on it again, and I thought, I'm going to listen to it. And I'm glad I did. And it wasn't talking about this, but it ended up saying this because I wrote, I messaged, someone was talking about trauma. And I think, and everybody's different, and I understand that everybody has their own rights. But if you've tried what people say to just get over it, move forward, right? And if you're being honest with yourself, it has not worked, right? Then what do you do? And so I said that I think it's important to recognize it, not identify with it. I agree with that. Like, don't get stuck in it, but acknowledge it so that it can heal, so you can move through it and you can heal it, right? It's like if you had a physical injury and for the rest of your life you took medicine to numb the symptom, and best case scenario it stayed at that level, but almost always it just gets worse if we ignore it. So now you're upping the medication, you're upping the medication, you're upping the medication. Meanwhile, the injury is getting worse and worse because you're not actually letting it heal. And at some point, you're going to hit a ceiling of medication where the pain adjusts to the medication. Does that make sense? Like the tolerance, right? So now what do you do? Because you've taken all these medications and the pain has just gotten worse. Now what do you do, right? So I learned that with my ankle, right? Big lesson. So I just want to pass that on as someone who's been through it that if it's working for you, if it's truly working for you, but if you are by yourself and you're like, what are my habits? What am I doing? And am I happy about what I'm doing? And if it's not, and it's because you're running away from the pain, just some advice from someone who's been there. So that being said, it was awesome to like respect that in a way and say, yeah, I agree that you should not identify with it. I agree with that. That's not your identity. That does not have to be your future. But, so as I'm healing, like, I'm seeing how the times where I, respect that, it like reintegrates, if that makes sense. So that was good. And then after that, I think that ended at like 11:30 or something. And I said, that's okay. I told myself, that's okay. That was worthwhile. That was productive, meaning like effective, right? That was not ruminating. That was not numbing. That was processing. And so after that, then I did turn on the meditation and I did sleep, And yeah, so I woke up this morning and I had this thought of, I just pictured like your, like our bodies, and then like up in the above us was like this menu of thoughts. This menu of thoughts. And so maybe the wrong thought was delivered to you. Like, let's say you're at a restaurant. I didn't order this, right? And I also got this vision of like back in the day before like cell phones, if you picked up the phone and like the lines were crossed, you would hear somebody else's conversation. Well, you don't have to take that as your like you don't have to take that as your conversation. That wasn't meant for you, And because I remember someone saying like, wouldn't it be cool if we could read people's thoughts? And I thought, no, I do not want that. And now I see why, because I think I do that. I think I do that by feeling people's energy. And if the energy is not good, I then have to work to not have it affect me. So no, I don't want to do that. So that's what I'm working on. And I did do the I love you thing last night when I was getting ready for bed, because it's on the mirror, and I did it this morning. And I was also listening to, I think it's I Will Rise Up, which is very powerful. Oh, it just gave me total chills. So I say all that because I'm a conduit, and what I would want from you and for you is to realize that a thought coming at you is not your fault. So don't blame yourself for a thought coming at you. You're at a table at a restaurant and a dish comes to you. It's not your fault if they sent you the wrong dish. It's your responsibility and your right and your privilege to decide what to do next. Let's say you do not like mushrooms and a big thing of mushrooms comes at you. What are you going to do with that mushrooms? Are you going to eat it? Are you going to be like, I don't like this, I didn't order this, but I guess I deserve this, right? Are you going to scream at the waiter? You idiot, why? Are you going to assertively be like, excuse me, I didn't order this, I would like what I ordered, please, right? This whole paradigm's just like coming to me, so that's why I'm sharing it. But it makes so much sense, because then we don't have to be on guard all the time of, oh my gosh, I had that thought. What does that thought mean? We don't have to. We can be like, oh wait, that's not for me. I think that's going to change my life. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I just feel this like huge surge of like, this is what I'm meant to say right now. And it could help people, which is my number one goal. And it's exciting because it's if our mind is like a laser, it's focusing our mind where we can control. So then we can, because I keep telling myself I'm only responsible for how I respond. That's actually all I'm responsible for. I'm going to do another video too, because another thing's coming to me, but I hope this helps. That's truly my intention. And if you hadn't noticed, I'm starting to go with the way my brain works and my awesome imagination, rather than being like, that's weird. It's like, okay, but it helps me and it could help someone else, so I'm going to do it. I'm a very visual person. I'm learning. And it also makes life fun, So, all right, I'm going to do the next one. Love you guys.